Just suck it up, push through, think positive. Why don't you just get more sleep? You chose this life. Other people have it worse. You should be grateful. Sound familiar? I'm guessing it does. And I'm guessing it's not just coming from other people anymore. It's coming from that voice inside your own head, the one that never shuts up, the one that sounds suspiciously like you and like me. Yeah, I know that voice all too well. But here's the thing, you need something more than what that bossy, know-it-all voice of judgment and condemnation has to offer. You deserve something more than all of that. Because that voice, that nagging, mean voice of shame and accusations, is not helping, and it never was. If you're fighting with that voice, if you're struggling to keep up with life, if you're tired of just pushing through life, just surviving it instead of really living, if you're exhausted like I am, stay and let's talk. Because we're going to talk about that exhaustion. We're going to face the fact that we're running on empty. And today we're going to talk about why it's happening, why sucking it up just isn't cutting it anymore, and what we're actually going to do about it to get ourselves out of survival mode, up and out of this funk, this difficult season we're in. Wherever you are, whatever you're dealing with, let's work through it together. So let's start right now with talking about what's happening right now in our bodies. I want you to tell me if this sounds familiar. You wake up tired even after a full night's sleep. Not just a little tired, but I mean like bone tired. The kind of tired that makes you wonder if you'll ever feel rested again. Your brain feels like it's running through mud. You walk into a room and forget why you're there. You read the same sentence 4 times and it still doesn't register. You used to be sharp, you used to be on, and now you feel like you're operating at half capacity on a good day. Your body feels like it's running on high alert even when nothing is actually wrong. Your heart races for no reason. Your jaw is permanently clenched and your shoulders are up around your ears with stress. You startle easily. You can't relax even when you finally have a minute to yourself. You get sick more than you used to. Every bug that goes around finds you. Your body just doesn't bounce back the way that it did. And emotionally, you're either numb or you're one small thing away from completely losing it. Someone asks what you want for dinner and you burst into tears. Or you feel nothing at all, like just flat, empty, going through the motions. That is not weakness. That is not you falling apart. That is your body sending you a very specific message. And today we're talking about what it is and what it's actually saying. You've probably heard this before, but I want to go over it again because knowing something and actually connecting to it, to what's happening in our bodies right now, those are 2 completely different things. And I think it's worth sitting with this. Your nervous system has a built-in alarm system. It's called fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And that is the response that we have. It was designed to keep us alive. You know how it works. When your brain perceives a threat, any threat, real or imagined, physical or emotional, it sounds the alarm. Your amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for fear, fires off a signal. Adrenaline, cortisol, your heart rate goes up, your breathing gets shallow, your digestion shuts down, your immune system takes a back seat, and all your body's resources get redirected to one single purpose, and that is to survive this threat right now. That system is brilliant. It kept our ancestors alive. The problem is, it was designed for short-term threats, a predator, a physical danger, something you could fight, run from, or hide from, and then return to safety. It was not designed for decades of chronic stress. It was not designed for the mortgage and the aging parents and the job uncertainty and the body changes and the kids who still need you and the world falling apart on the news every single day. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a predator and a pile of unpaid bills. It just knows threat. And it keeps sounding the alarm. And here's the part that nobody talks about. For women like us, survival mode doesn't look like panic. It doesn't look like falling apart necessarily. It looks like pushing through. It looks like perfectionism. It looks like saying yes when every part of you means no. It looks like people pleasing and overachieving and holding everything together for everyone else while quietly running on fumes. It looks like you and it looks like me. That is not a character flaw. It is not a mindset problem. This is your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do. The problem is that we've been doing it for so long that it doesn't know how to stop. And that changes everything about how we approach getting out of it. But here's the thing, and you may not want to hear it. Every time you tell yourself to suck it up and push through, every time you white knuckle your way past the exhaustion, past the warning signs, past what your body is trying to tell you, you are sending your nervous system one very clear message. And that message is the threat is still real. Stay on high alert. Every time you push harder, ignore the signals, and force yourself to keep going, you are confirming to your own nervous system that things are not safe. There is still something to survive. But before you go down that road of beating yourself up about this, don't. Because you didn't know. None of us knew. We did what we were taught to do. We pushed through because that's what Gen X women do. That's what we were raised to do. It's not a mistake. It's just not working anymore. You didn't get weaker. You got depleted. And willpower, that thing that we've relied on our entire lives, it's a finite source. And when you've been spending every single drop just getting through the day for months, for years, year after year, there's nothing left. Not for joy, not for creativity, not for the people you love, and definitely not for yourself. This is why you feel empty. This is why nothing sounds good anymore. This is why you used to handle everything, and now some days you can barely handle anything. Pushing harder into a depleted system doesn't refill it. It drains it further. So what does actually work? What actually works is working with your nervous system instead of against it. Remember what we talked about? Your nervous system has been running on high alert for so long it doesn't know how to stand down. So the first step isn't to push harder or think more positively or make a better plan. The first step is to send your nervous system a signal that you are safe right now. You are safe in this moment, even if everything else is still hard. And you do that through your body, not your mind. This is why breathing works. Not because it's some woo-woo wellness trick, but because slow, intentional breathing literally activates your parasympathetic nervous system. The part that says, we're okay, we're safe, and we can stand down. This is why grounding works. When you bring your attention to your physical senses, to what you can see, what you can hear, touch, smell, and taste right now in this moment, you are pulling your nervous system out of the future where all the threats live and back into the present where you are actually okay right here, right now. These are not just feel-good techniques. They are biological tools. They work because of how your nervous system is actually wired. I've put together some physical tools on joyreturning.com that are specifically designed to support this. You can hold it, you can wear it, or you can use it to help bring yourself back to the present moment when the spiral starts. There's nothing complicated, just simple, intentional tools for your nervous system. And there's a journal there too. It's called When Life Feels Like Too Much. In it, we actually walk through these techniques step by step, not just reading about them, but actually practicing them. Building them into your daily life so that they become a second nature instead of something that you have to remember to do when you are already in crisis. That's the work. And it's gentler than anything that voice in your head has been telling you to do. Start there, just there. One breath, one moment of grounding, one signal to your nervous system that you are safe right now. That's enough for today, as it's enough to take you through this week, practicing getting back in touch with yourself and relaxing your nervous system. Remember, survival mode is not a mindset problem. It is not a character flaw. It is not weakness. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do for so long that it doesn't know how to stop. Sucking it up and pushing through doesn't work, and it doesn't fix it. It makes it worse. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because now you know that that's not how your nervous system actually works. And the way that we do this is to start with our bodies. One breath, one moment of grounding, one small signal that you are safe right now. This is the third video in a survival mode series. If you missed the first two, there's a link at the end of this video and in the description below. Subscribe so that we can talk about what the next step is after grounding, after taking a moment to signal to your body that you're safe right here, right now. What's next? That's what we'll discuss next. For now, just focus on getting present, feeling safe, and relaxing your nervous system. If you're ready to go deeper right now, the journal When Life Feels Too Much is waiting for you at joyreturning.com. That's where we take a deeper look and we do the actual work and practice together. Please leave a comment. I really want to hear from you. I see you. I'm right here in the middle of this with you. I'll see you soon.